Good morning and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here this morning with Fred and Lucy. And what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Lucy's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and motivations we give her while we are working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is a tug and let go on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Lucy's been fitted with her own personal training collar, and we'll show you how to properly use this during your one-on-one lesson. As you can see, Lucy is seated very nicely on Fred's left, which is where all our obedience training is done. The first exercise they're going to demonstrate is heeling, which is proper walking on a leash. And Fred and Lucy are taking off doing that now. And the command you want to use is Lucy heel. And she should walk nicely at your pace and not pull ahead or lag behind. We've also incorporated an automatic sit, as you see right there. Anytime Fred stops his feet, Lucy will sit. There's another automatic sit there. The next exercise they're going to be demonstrating for you is the stay command. The stay will be a hand and voice command, and Fred will use the open flat of his left palm an inch or so from Lucy's muzzle and the one-word command to stay.
No.
Oh, she went into a down. First word out of your mouth if she doesn't obey the command is no. And then you follow through with your command. So he puts her back in the sit and gives her the stay. Out to the end of the training leash. It's a great exercise to build self-control and maturity in Lucy. You want to practice this one at home, starting at about a minute and work your way up in increments to about 3 minutes. When Fred returns back to Lucy, he's going to walk all the way around her, providing an added distraction as he goes behind her, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. She remains seated throughout. He gives her a little praise, and they take off heeling again. We'll show you some more of the heel, the sit, and the stay. We incorporated the automatic sit there.
Stay.
He gives her the stay again, and back out to the end of the training leash. And this time, instead of returning back to Lucy, he'll demonstrate the come or the recall command. You call her in using her name and a nice voice. She comes in nicely, sits right in front. And then we have an exercise called the finish, where she heels around the back and right back to that left-hand side heel position. She sits nicely. We'll demonstrate one more time. Leave her in a sit stay and out to the end of the training leash. And call her in using her name. And she comes in, sits nicely right in front. And then the finish, where she heels around the back and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Excellent job. He gives her some praise and they take off heeling again. You want to make sure you practice all your commands about 15 to 20 minutes a day. You can practice them inside and outside your home, and just incorporate the commands into your daily routine to keep them fresh in Lucy's mind. Now we're going to be demonstrating our down commands. The first is down from a heel position. Fred will use the open flat of his left palm straight down towards the ground and the one-word firm command to down.
Stay.
He then gives her a stay and out to the end of the training leash. It's another great exercise to build self-control and maturity in Lucy. You want to start practicing this one at about 3 minutes and work your way up to about 5. And when Fred returns back to her, he's going to walk all the way around her again as he did on the sit stay, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Lucy remains down throughout, and they take off heeling again. We'll demonstrate that down for you one more time. He gives her the down and the stay. Back out to the end of the training leash. And this time he'll demonstrate that come or recall command right out of the down. Call her in using her name. She comes in, sits nicely right in front. And then the finish, where she heels around the back and right back to that left-hand side heel position. She sits nicely, she gets a little praise, and they take off heeling. You give them a second to get lined up for our final command, which will be down from a distance. Now this will be the down from a distance. You're going to leave her in a sit stay and walk out to the end of the training leash. This is the only time you want to use your right hand to give the command, and Fred will drop her into a down from the end of the training leash. Excellent job. He then returns back to her once again by walking all the way around and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Very nice. Alright, we've demonstrated a few of the obedience commands that Lucy has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with both Lucy and Desi, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.